So in this video, I'm gonna be telling you guys about a special muscle building technique that me and the Six Pack Shortcuts crew have been using in 2012 to help our skinny guys put on a shitload of mass. It's called monster sets. I'm gonna tell you exactly what they are and how they can help you put on a lot of muscle and gain a lot of weight. So regularly, when you look at regular sets is basically where, let's say you grab a pair of dumbbells and you're doing a bicep curl, right? So you're working on biceps. So regular set, you would do, let's say 10 reps, you would rest, and then you do another 10 reps. So, you know, it's good. It's good for, you know, building muscle. It's simple and it's easy to follow. So the downfall about regular sets is, number one, the intensity is too low, because you're resting in between the sets and your heart rate's going back down, so your workout intensity is not very high. So another problem with regular sets is it takes too long because you're wasting time in between the sets, so you're not able to get a lot of volume done. So a lot of more advanced guys, they usually do what we call supersets, which is basically 2 exercises done back to back. So back to the first example. Let's say I have a pair of dumbbells and I'm doing a bicep curl. So if I was gonna do a superset, right after I do the first set, I would go and do a second set of, let's say, I might grab a barbell and do a set of bicep curls. So supersets are good for intensity and you don't waste any time because you're doing 2 exercises back to back. Now, the only challenge with supersets, especially when it comes to putting on size and putting on muscle mass and strength, is that your repetitions are too high. Because you gotta think about it. Let's say you're doing a regular set, right? 10 reps and then you rest. Well, cool. Now you got time to go ahead and recover so you can make sure you get the maximum amount of weight to do 10 reps. Now, when you're doing a superset, you can do 10 reps, but then right after that, you're doing another 10 reps of another exercise, so you're not able to use the most amount of weight and you fatigue out too fast. So it's gonna be terrible for putting on muscle mass. Why? Because heavy weight builds big muscles. You know that. So that's why supersets aren't really good for putting on size. Excellent though for muscle endurance and also to go ahead and burn a lot of calories. So that's why we're gonna do what we call monster sets. Now, monster sets are really similar to supersets. The difference is instead of doing 2 sets, both for your biceps, you're gonna do 1 set for your biceps, the second set for your triceps, for an opposing muscle group. Now here's the difference. When you're working on 2 opposing muscle groups, you're able to drive more blood into the region of your muscle. Now, you're probably thinking, well, why is more blood gonna go ahead and help me build bigger muscles? Well, think about it. If you look at all the muscle building supplements, if you look at anybody's workout, and anytime you're trying to work out, what are you trying to achieve? You're trying to achieve muscle pumps, right? Because you know when you have a good workout, you feel really pumped, really jacked up, you're like, damn, man, this is a good workout, right? But at the same time, when you're doing a workout and you're a little fatigued, you're like, man, I don't feel a pump, this workout sucks. Well, the reason why is because increase in muscle pumps means an increase in blood in your muscles. And an increase in blood is gonna drive more oxygen and more nutrients into your muscles. And your muscles need that, okay? That's what makes it stronger. Also, it helps with muscle recovery. And it causes your muscles to get bigger because it stretches out the fascial tissues in your muscles. It's a thin layer of tissue between your muscle and your skin. If it stretches out, it gives your muscles more room to grow. So all in all, so this way it doesn't get too complicated, more muscle pumps and more blood flow in your muscles means bigger muscles, means stronger muscles. You need that in order to lift more weight. That's why doing monster sets is gonna help put on more size because we're using opposing muscle groups. So not only do you drive more blood into the region of the muscle, but also think about this. You're working one muscle and then right after that, while you're letting your biceps rest, for example, you can work your triceps. Versus a superset to where you're doing 2 exercises, both for biceps, and you're fatiguing out your biceps. Your biceps can't get too tired to lift the maximum amount of weight. So monster sets can be done. If you want, if you don't believe me, try it out. Guess what? How about this? The next workout that you do a monster set. So let's say you plan on hitting chest today, right? So instead of hitting just chest, do chest and back, right? Chest on one exercise and do your back on the other exercise and do it back and forth. Let's say do a set of bench press, superset that or monster set that with, let's say, bent over rolls, right? Where you grab a barbell and you lean over and you do this. Same concept. You're driving blood into your chest and working the hell out of your chest, and while you're resting your chest, you're blowing out your back, right? Pumping it up so you get blood driven in both areas. It's gonna be badass, man. You're gonna feel the pump like crazy. You're gonna feel so jacked up. It's an unbelievable feeling, and it's gonna help you put on a lot of muscle. So Monster Sets is an awesome mass gaining tool and technique, and I personally gained a lot of size by using Monster Sets. And my buddy Johnson also gained a shitload of size. Just look at the before and after picture on the screen. He went from skinny, scrawny to jacked.